So we just got back from Tucson, Arizona. As many people know, we have a warehouse out there. And it was so dry. Like people ask me, how was Arizona? It was very dry. But it was Gila's birthday, and we did a lot of really fun things. She asked me if I would cook for her. So I cooked her this, pretty extravagant meal for her birthday. So we got filet mignon, which I made for Gila and Melvin because I don't eat steak. We got tomato, basil, and mozzarella. We got sauteed mushrooms, sweet challah bread, mashed potatoes, broccolini. And the night after, we went to a restaurant. We took some time, we went cave diving, which was absolutely amazing. So we spent a day just visiting caves. I know a couple of people in Arizona that, hooked us up a little bit, and we got to see some pretty amazing stuff. So we have some really big news. I've been looking for years to get into a new warehouse, multiple reasons, but this place is too small for us, and we don't really get along very well with the landlord here. Which is super important because you want to get along with your landlord, especially for us. This is a large space. There's a lot of things that go on here, and we've never received any help from them. And our ceilings have been leaking for like 5 years. We've been dealing with that. They've never fixed them. Just many things, but we're getting out of here finally. I've been looking for 2 years, actively looking, finally found something that suits my needs, that makes sense to me, that I think is gonna be perfect. So we're beginning the process now of packing up everything in this whole place, which is going to be the craziest thing I've done so far in this business. And we're gonna start moving it over to our new location. We're not going very far from here. We're going about 15 minutes from here, 20 minutes. But if you were coming from the George Washington Bridge, which is where a lot of our clients are coming from, it's the same distance from the bridge to this warehouse in Richfield as it is going to be to our new warehouse in Northvale. So we're in the process right now of packing it all up. This is like kind of the first round that my brother is getting all of this stuff wrapped up. Some of this stuff we're going to send out to Tucson as well because I just bought a building in Tucson. So it was a lot. We're moving both warehouses at the same time, which is crazy. And it's really me and my brother and Melvin are the ones. So it's really Max and Melvin. I'm not packing up and moving things, but Max and Melvin are pretty much moving 2 warehouses. And if you've been to the New Jersey warehouse, you probably don't know, but there's so much stuff here. It's going to take a couple months probably to make the move. But yeah, all this stuff is ready to go. We're just getting it organized and going to try to clean out this space first and get this empty so that we can continue packing more pallets in here and eventually just make the move over. I'm going to hope to make the biggest push to move during the holiday break because that's usually when we're the least busy, but it's going to be too difficult because if I take 1 week off of sales, we are so backed up, it's ridiculous. So I really don't have the luxury of just closing shop down for like a month and doing this, which is what would make the most sense. But a month of not having clients is just insane to think about. Also, we just received at one time 3 full shipping containers, which thankfully our landlord, even though we're not supposed to be in the space yet, but our new landlord, who so far has been, absolutely excellent, let us put the 3 containers of material in our new warehouse. So right now we have already 178 pallets, I believe, in that warehouse that we've just got delivered there. So we rented a forklift over there and got it done. So my brother's been spending a lot of time at the new warehouse while me and Megan are here still doing sales, trying to get rid of as much stuff as I can. I think most likely what I'll wind up doing, I'll probably do like a big clearance sale, and whatever's left on the tables, a couple people will get really lucky just so I don't have to pack it back up. I think that's what we'll wind up doing. Tangerine laser Lemurian quartz. Interesting. But some of them are Lemurian, some of them are not. Lepidolite with tourmaline and mica and feldspar. We sold all the first batch. I'd post some of these, I think. I would try to throw up a few of these, especially the solid ones. Well, no, it's mica, so it's gonna flake. There's nothing around it. But like this is a good one, I think. That's pretty solid. This one's nice because it has quartz and feldspar and tourmaline and mica, so it's got the combo. This one also's got the combo in it. So the thing is, we can take the pieces out, but you getting them back in is going to be a lot more of a nightmare than you're envisioning. So the best thing to do with this is 2 things. One, We just ship it directly where it's going. It's not going to be super expensive. And this is the way that you get it there the safest. Or you could be like Wild West, and we could take the thing and put it on the back of a pickup truck. And then you can bring it. But then the issue becomes, how do you get it off the pickup truck? It looks big, but it's not that heavy because it's pretty hollow. You know, there's no cement on it. There's no basalt on the piece, so it's light. But my recommendation is just to pack it up and ship it, so this way the shipping company drops it right at your door, and then getting it off the pallet is pretty easy. You just get it on a hand truck and just carefully wheel it to where it's got to go. Now, I have had people who are Wild West who want to take the thing, lay it down in the pickup truck, and then pull it out. But I would never recommend that. So my recommendation is we just pack the thing up and ship it. Because like I said, getting the pieces back in is the risky part.
How would you?
If you feel like you can lift the 220 pounds, I would just take it on the pickup truck. If you feel like you can, I don't know. You're going to need at least 3 people to move that. Because of the way it's positioned. So 1 person at the bottom and then 1 person on each side. And that's how I would move it. So while I was out in Arizona, I met up with this amazing woman who buys recycled wax and remakes them into candles. And I wanted to partner up with her, so I was like, listen, I'll buy out everything that you have. And part of the deal is she actually gives a percentage of her profits to nonprofit. And when I resell these candles, I'm going to give a percentage of the profits to nonprofit. So we got these amazing recycled, reusable candles, which are so cool. I mean, I love them. And, you know, it's creating this situation where it's like recycled and we're giving back, and I just love it. All right, so grab those little Ziplocs and bag these up, 10 pieces per bag.
All right.
Okay? Those can all go out, the mushrooms.
Yep.
I really don't like negotiating. I don't like when people come in and try to chisel me down. I mean, you can always ask for a discount. That's totally okay. I understand that. But when someone's trying to chisel on you, I'm not going to do anything for you. And I know sometimes it's a cultural thing. Sometimes it's just that you don't know and you're not really in a place where you're able to do good business yet. But my major pet peeve is when someone comes in and is trying to chisel me and chisel me and chisel me. You only need to ask me once. Like, if there's anything that you can do to help me out, I'd really appreciate it. And I will do better for you than if you try to chisel me for like 20 minutes straight. Chiseling me, just to let you know, if you're an existing client or a new client coming in, if you're going to try to chisel me, my prices are set. They're done in a way that we make about 25% on our profit. It's not a lot, so I don't have a tremendous amount of room to play with to begin with. You know, this operation that I'm running is insane. It costs me tens and tens of thousands of dollars a month to do this. Plus, buying out mines costs me hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the profit margins that we have here are slim. Everyone is compensated very well here. My goal is to take care of everybody fairly, and when people come in and start trying to chisel at me and I'll go, oh, you can't do better, oh, I get better prices from this guy, all right? Those things, you lost me completely. I don't want to do anything for you. I don't want to help you. I don't want to discount your pricing after that. Be polite, be respectful. Hey, if there's anything you can do to help me out, I really appreciate it. And you'll have me at that point. So we periodically are doing these sales on Instagram. Selling things on Instagram does not even pay for a day here. But more importantly, one, my sales on Instagram help me gauge interest in product. So let's just say that it's time to make spheres. What I tell Megan to do is, hey, throw up the ocean jasper spheres, black moonstone spheres, amethyst spheres, and we see what the reaction to it is. If it sells really quickly, then we know that that's an item that's going to be worth producing a larger quantity of. So I'm gauging interest in material before I start manufacturing and producing higher quantities of material. Also, I do some crazy ass giveaways. We're doing like $5,000 shopping sprees, like $2,500 shopping, flying people in here. We're giving away like really expensive rocks all the time. So that helps me pay for those giveaways too, to some degree. And also at the same time, it allows me to also interact with the following that I have on Instagram in a little bit more of an intimate way, which is important. We need to be able to also like open the door just a little bit to the followers on Instagram. I think it's super important because it is a community, and I am trying to build a sense of community there. This is all recycled wax, and she's making them by hand by herself. And I met her, and she's like, just awesome. So I told her, I was like, just don't have to worry about it. I'll buy everything, and I'll start selling them for you. But we're still in the process of figuring out how to price these things. I I just brought them back myself. Yeah, as soon as I get them up, I'll let everyone know, but right now I haven't figured out what's the right price point, how much percentage I'm gonna give to nonprofit, how I'm gonna work all that out. Right, she said, work sucks. And I'm like, you see that Barbie dream house that you have over there? How do you think that happened? And she's like, oh, and I'm like, because Daddy went to work and made money to buy you the Barbie dream house. And she stopped and she was like, okay, go to work. Yeah, real, I couldn't believe it. This kid is